What is going on YouTube? 008 here. I'm here, my sisters Kemi and Dara, all three of us here, fresh and ready to go. That's rare for us all three to be here. But we're here to be reviewing Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse.
What makes you different is what makes you Spider-Man.
What did you think about it?
Thought it was good.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Some people are saying it's the best superhero movie this year. Some people are saying this is the best superhero movie ever, and I can see where they're getting that from. Because what happens in the film is just, the film just feels fresh and different to me. Like it just feels like, I don't know, the music, just the fact that it was animated. Yeah. You know, and it's not just like those like DC animated films or Marvel animated films that just come out straight to DVD. This is like, felt like, you know, cinema quality level, and it's just so much fun to watch, and like they got away with things that you probably couldn't get away with in live action, you know, like just the way they move and stuff, and how fast everything is, and just the silly kind of cartoony stuff like Spider-Ham probably would never work in live action, would it? Well, I know Rocket Raccoon, but Rocket Raccoon has a kind of realistic feel to him. That's
what I like about animation, they're just able to do so much more with it.
Yeah.
It makes it better as a film to watch.
It's cool. I love this version of Miles Morales as well. He just seems like just a kid, just trying to, I don't know, just a normal kid. Like it didn't seem like they were trying too hard to emphasise the fact that he's this black kid or anything like that. He was just a kid in New York, and they were just showing it from his perspective. You know? I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why I really liked seeing him on screen as well. It gave me that feeling of like I was watching Goofy movie. He just reminded me of Max. Yeah, it did feel like watching Goofy movie again.
Felt, you know,
like back in the days, like that's like the typical high school, you know, action hero kid sort of thing. I like that. But his dynamic with Peter Parker, and how cool is Peter Parker in this? Because at first the trailers made it look like there was one Peter Parker that trains him, but it's like the blonde Peter Parker, and then this is spoilers by the way. It's like the blonde Peter Parker that was like perfect, and he had everything, and he had money, he had a bat cave, you know, Aunt May's bat cave, and then he dies, and then like it's this schlubby old Peter Parker that is probably the one that most people recognise. That's like in his prime, like not past his prime, he's like in his mid to late 30s, and he's the one that teaches Miles Morales how to be Spider-Man, along with Gwen Stacy as well. So, and I really liked his character, the guy that plays him, the guy from New Girl, what's his name again? Johnson or something. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's pretty cool. Yeah, like his voice just gave this Peter Parker life, like how he is, like, and he just seems like a lot of fun, you know. I like his and Miles dynamic. The Spider-Man I didn't even recognise. I didn't recognise the Japanese chick.
I was gonna ask you about her. She actually.
Yeah, because
she just from another random comic.
Yeah. From what I looked into after the film, she seems to be from like a recent comic, like basically the comic version of Spiderverse. Yeah, like she hasn't got. I don't think she's got her own comic yet. I'm not sure. Correct me on that. But she's got her own. But I mean, she's part of the Spiderverse comic, the Spiderverse comic book version of this film, basically. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, just all around, just a really good film. I don't know if it's definitely better than Spider-Man Homecoming. You guys agree with that?
Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming, I really enjoyed it at first, but then
same.
When I watched it again, I slept through it. I just couldn't even be bothered to watch it.
Yeah, I know. I nearly slept through it the second time I went to see it as well in the cinema. And yeah, man, this just. I don't know if it's the best Spider-Man film. It's better than the Raimi films, Tobey Maguire.
Oh, that's a classic. It's different. You can't compare.
You like that for different reasons.
Yeah.
But like in this film, there's clips from all the films like in it. There's like little sneak peeks of not sneak peeks. What's it called? Like they put them in the film.
So based on 2018, we've got Black Panther, Infinity War, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, and this film. We haven't seen Aquaman yet. So out of those four, because we can't see Aquaman yet, so we can't put that in there. But what would you say? Where would you say this ranks Like,
I don't know. That's different again for me because like
Not 'cause
this
it's
is a
animation.
completely different film.
so you don't want to count it in that?
Not
Because
really.
people are saying this is the
Because
best.
they're all
film.
connected as well. Those films are connected, so you like them because of the connections and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
But
for me,
as a
I can't-
standalone, like if you just look
That's
at
what
it
I mean. I don't think I
standalone,
could do that like that.
Mm.
Like on its own, I'd probably give it like a 7.5.
yeah, 7.5.
Webbings.
What about you, Dan?
I'd like to give it.
That's out of 10, by the way.
I'd give
Out of
it
10, yeah.
maybe an 8
An 8?
or an 8.5.
Yeah. I'd give it about an 8 as well, I think.
I really enjoyed.
So,
I think I need to watch it again.
And that's
fine.
big for Dad to give saying an 8.
Yeah.
You know that. That means you enjoyed it better than a lot of films, I think.
I did really enjoy it. I know it probably doesn't look like it right now. It's just because we watched it a while back.
Yeah.
And we're just reviewing it now.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
It was really good.
It
Like,
had
I
a
love.
very good flow, and the music was good, like you said.
Yeah, the music was so on point. Like it had a bit of like old school hip hop vibe. It felt like the '90s, you know, street like skateboarders and all that kind of stuff, and that hip hop, like break dancers and all that kind of stuff. It just had. I loved the vibe it had. It was so sick, so stylistic. The way it would go in and out of like animated, like 2D animation to 3D animation, little snippets of it. And I loved that as well, and it was just all worked really well. It's just really good. Definitely recommend it.
And I mean, yeah, the way they did the story as well with the flow, it was just everything seemed right. Like they had a right amount of time for a backstory, right amount of time.
The way they introduced all the characters' backstories and stuff like that was really cool.
Yeah, it was
that
good.
was so
And the way
sick.
they did it was pretty good as well.
Yeah, the comic books and everything. But what was it? We have to say this. Who was your favourite Spider person?
I actually think I like Miles.
Miles is your favourite of all of
Yeah,
them.
he's the main character.
The main
definitely.
character.
I liked the way he was introduced.
Okay, not including Miles because he's the main character. You get most of
Okay.
him. Not including
I
Miles.
think their what's it, adaptation of Peter Parker.
Yeah,
like the
it's
old-
got to be Peter, isn't it?
Yeah.
The old Peter. I think, definitely Peter, hands down. Because I love that old school Peter. He's who we get
But the
most
voice
out
actor
of after
that
Miles.
the voice actor that did him, like, I think he did justice to it.
Yeah, did a really good job of that old school, like old Peter. And then after them, I'd have to say Spider-Man Noir.
I was going to say that.
He's the
Yeah.
next
pretty
one.
cool.
He's
I like
funny.
him.
He's hilarious. Out of the like 3 that we don't get much development of, it's definitely Spider-Man Noir. He's the next one after that. So yeah, I like those Spider-Man. Like if I had to pick one to have a spin-off, it'd be definitely Spider-Man Noir. You know.
I liked Octavia's character.
The female Octavius.
Yeah, she was cool.
You liked her?
She
she was
reminded me
alright
of
for me.
Hanji.
Yeah, she did remind me
Yeah,
of
a lot of
Hanji
Hanji.
Hanji
Attack on
from
Titan.
Attack on Titan. Yeah, she does kind of remind me of her. Yeah. But, the Kingpin. What did you guys think of the villain, the Kingpin, in this thing?
Alright.
Oh, he's cool. He's
I
good.
thought it was funny how Vanessa, you know, because we watched the Daredevil series, how it made Vanessa more interested in this.
Yeah.
Like, obviously,
that's
like,
true.
I was like more invested in him trying to get Vanessa back. Like if I'd never watched the Daredevil series or read the comics or anything like that, and not known who Vanessa was, I'd be like, okay, it's just his wife wants to be back. But because we know his relationship, it's like it makes it more interesting, even though they're not connected. So that helps. Background knowledge on this kind of stuff helps. So that's how you know this film is really a lot for like Marvel fans and stuff, you know, which is really cool. There's one more thing I wanted to say: the after credits scene. What did you guys think of the after credits?
Well, it didn't really mean anything to me. Like I don't really know that, but obviously you told me something.
Miguel O'Hara, the 2099 Hispanic Spider-Man. He was created in the 90s, and he's like a Spider-Man from the future, kind of, I think. And he's obviously, I think he must have a thing that can go back in time and into another different dimension. So I guess that's the excuse they're going to use for Spider-Man to link up with all his buddies from a different dimension, like Gwen, because obviously there's a romance or something going on between him and Gwen, and like probably want to see that Peter Parker again, and it'll be Spider-Man 2099 that'll bring it in, because even in the comics he could dimension hop and time travel.
Right.
So and it's cool, like, and did you know who was playing him? Oscar Isaac, the guy from Star Force Awakens and that, you know, the Hispanic guy. So yeah, that was
That
cool.
actually seems like him as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I just wonder if he's gonna say to Miles, "You're like me," but not because they're both Spider-Man, but they're both Spanish. They got Spanish heritage.
That'd be a funny joke. They won't put that in.
They won't put that in. Somehow it'll be offensive, but I don't think that'll be quite...
a little bit like me.
Yeah, a little bit like me. But that's cool. That's cool. I like Miguel O'Hara. He's like a proper original Spanish character. Like, we want more diversity, so that's a good choice to have him. And people like Miguel O'Hara, so that's really cool that they used him. And I thought it was hilarious when he was pointing. You know the meme with the Spider-Man, the little 1960s Spider-Man meme. Where he's like that. Stop pointing at me.
Oh yeah.
Just telling his jokes. So,
that's funny.
Would you like to see the 1960s Spider-Man hang out with them in the sequel?
Not really.
He'll be coming in all stiff like, guys, what's going on? He'll be hilarious. He'll be like the Spider-Pig, but maybe a bit more low-key comedy. You know? Yeah, like unintentional comedy. But yeah, we thought it was sick, great film. That's basically our review of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Didn't say much about Prowler.
Who?
Prowler.
Prowler! There's too much. There's too much in it. Prowler was sick. His uncle was... I loved his music when he comes in.
Yeah, his music was good.
I can't remember how it went now.
Just like some weird noise.
It was just scary when he comes in. It made me like, okay, now I need to see Prowler. Because you know, like... This is what I mean. People always say, how are these characters no one knows going to make it on screen? How are we going to get diversity out there? We need to change Captain America black, or change Spider-Man black, and all, I mean Peter Parker, Spider-Man black, and change Kal-El, Superman, Clark Kent black. No, look at Prowler. How sick was Prowler when he comes in? All you got to do is just show them, give these minority heroes a chance to show up on screen and do cool stuff. They don't need to be like anyone else. They just need to have their own thing. Now Prowler looks sick to me now. Now I'm looking forward to Donald. I don't know if Donald Glover can do justice to how badass this animated version was, but I'll be interested to see when Prowler comes in the Homecoming universe, if we ever get that far.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really cool bad guy. I think he was even better than Kingpin, to be honest.
I would say I liked him more than Kingpin.
Yeah, he had more of an emotional core to him as well, you know. But yeah, that's our review of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. If you liked it, give us a like, subscribe, let us know what you guys think in the comments below about the film, and we'll see you again. Peace.